This is Shop Connector Manager, and it changes how a CS-Cart store talks to the rest of the e-commerce world. Instead of one heavy plugin per platform, each doing things its own way, you install one manager and then add a small connector for each platform you sell on. Shopify, WooCommerce, Prestashop, SquareSpace, Wix. The manager provides everything they share: the shop list, the settings, the mapping screens, the import engine, and the order sync. Each connector simply teaches it to speak one platform's language. Turn a connector on, and that platform appears as a shop type. Turn it off, and it's gone without touching the rest. The manager's own configuration is deliberately small. One setting on the Add-on Settings tab. Allow vendors to create shop. Leave it ticked, and your vendors can connect their own external stores from their own panel. Untick it, and connecting a shop becomes an admin-only job. You create and configure each shop, and vendors simply operate the ones you've given them. Either way, you can change your mind at any time, and it takes effect immediately. Everything else lives on the shops themselves, so there's nothing global to tune and nothing to break. Everything you connect lands on one screen. Vendors, then shop connectors. Every row is one external store. The vendor it belongs to, the shop's name, its platform and address, how far the last import got and when it ran. Here that's 6 shops across 6 platforms on one page. Notice the vendor column. In a marketplace, every connected shop belongs to a vendor, so imported products land in that vendor's catalog, and that vendor's orders flow back to their platform. From this list, you can import any shop's catalog with one click, and the gear menu holds the shop's logs, editing, and removal. Whether you run 2 shops or 20, this page is the whole story. And when you do run 20, the search panel earns its keep. Let's try it. First, by name. Type part of a shop's name, Square, and search. The list narrows to the 2 shops that match, SquareUp and SquareSpace. Back to the full list, and this time search by vendor. Type Acme and you get just that vendor's shops, their Shopify store alone in the list. And a third way. The shop type drop-down lists every platform you've installed, so pick one, say Wix search, and only the Wix shop remains. Below those sit 2 more filters. Status for active or disabled shops, and is scheduled, which shows only the shop set to sync on a timer. Any of these combine. So however you think of a shop, by its name, its owner, its platform, or its state, you can be looking at it in seconds. And the same panel follows the list wherever it lives, so these searches work for your vendors in their panel too. On a growing marketplace, where new shops arrive every month, that's the difference between scrolling and finding. Open any shop and you get the same shell, whatever the platform. The General tab holds the connection itself, the name, the vendor, and the platform's credentials. The Settings tab controls behavior, and this is also where inventory sync lives. Look at this grid. Fields to modify on import and webhook sync. When a platform reports a change, through webhooks where the platform supports them, or on a schedule for the rest, only the fields ticked here are allowed to change. Keep amount, track inventory, price, and status ticked, and your stock and prices stay current automatically, while your own descriptions and images are never touched. And then come the mapping tabs, where that platform's categories, features, and taxes line up against yours. Each connector brings exactly the tabs its platform needs, and its own video walks through them in depth. Importing products is one click from the list. Press Import Products and the connector pulls that platform's catalog, working through it page by page with its progress showing right on the row. Products come across with their images, prices, stock, and variations into the categories you mapped. And when it says Done, click View Logs. This is the receipt. Every product the import touched, line by line, with what happened to it. Updated, added, or errored, with variation counts where they apply. The same link is there after every run, so after any import you can see exactly what changed, straight from the list, with no digging through files. And errors stand out too. If a product ever can't come across, the log names it and says why, so fixing the data takes minutes, not guesswork. Order sync is the return journey, and the manager handles it automatically. When a customer's order contains products imported from a connected shop, and that order reaches a paid status, the connector builds the matching order on the platform. The order page shows you the result. the shop it went to, and the platform's own order reference, right next to the CS-Cart order details. And if the order changes later, Sync Update Order pushes the changes across on demand. Now the vendor's side. A vendor signs into their own panel and finds shop connectors in their menu. They see only their own shops. Here, Acme Corp sees just their Shopify store. They get the same search, minus the vendor filter, and the same one-click import with the same logs. And because we left that setting on, the plus button lets them connect a new shop themselves. Flip the setting off, and that button disappears, leaving vendors to run exactly what you've set up for them. That's Shop Connector Manager, one add-on that gives every platform connector a home. A single list, search that finds any shop in seconds, one-click imports with full logs, automatic order sync, and a proper vendor experience. Add the connectors for the platforms you sell on and run them all from here. Brought to you by Cart Modules.